If I was fortunate enough and stupid enough to run for president, I'd make pancakes. I started doing Mrs. Vera with my partner Michael back in 1994, and he was sort of at his lowest point health-wise. And, I mean, that was a really rough time. He'd lost all of his friends like 3 times, and I was looking for something that he could do to keep him connected to those people that we could do in one afternoon. So I started making these outfits. He's a photographer, so we would just go to places in San Francisco and take these kind of very prosaic, daybook-like shots. And people just really reacted to it from the very beginning. We just kept meeting like-minded people, and it wasn't very long before, it became like the Verasphere. It's really a tribe of people of like-minded, celebratory nature. There's a lot of joy in the group. So even though it had those kind of, sadder origins, it was never really sad. And over the years, it's become the opposite. It's completely joyful and welcoming and liberating. You have to be the parade that you want to be. The parade is a metaphor for life. So it's like you have to show up, and you can't complain about what you don't like unless you're doing what you do like. So for me, the parade was a way to just not give in to it. I used to think like, well, I'll make these outfits and it'll confuse the virus into remission. And maybe it did. We've been doing it for 25 years. We haven't missed a single year, but we just sort of appear somewhere in the parade, and everyone's looking through their notes trying to figure out what we are, because there's no explanation. Each year we go, and each year it's bigger, and the crowds just really respond to it. So it's hard not to go. I can't imagine not going. I'm an optimist. But we're living in times that are very trying for even someone more Pollyanna than I am. But I do think that we can, we overlook what works when the stuff that isn't working is thrown into such stark relief. Resistance comes from figuring out what your life should be to make you happy, and then living that way. And that's, for a lot of people, that's going to involve a lot of nonconformity, because, the tenor of the times is just weird. It's like, if you buy into that, then you become it. So it's just living well at this point, hard to believe, is an act of resistance. I think one of the most amazing and important things that comes out of the queer community is a value on empathy. I think you have to have a lot of empathy to understand what's going on. You have to find a way to unite with people that you don't agree with, and not personalize the differences, because the differences are great. I mean, that's what it's all about.